Ever since the dawn of the podcast, we've been forced to listen to some hack's opinion on various topics. In films, they've trashed stories and characters, often employing their own concept of what is cool to a tool who went to film school for a fucking semester and now think they're God himself, Francois Truffaut. In sports, they've criticized teams and players about their play, from a guy who played 4 years of JV bench in high school. I pledge to you, let's make the podcast great again. This podcast will change absolutely nothing.
And with that, welcome to another episode of I Didn't Say That podcast, or more accurately, I Didn't Say That podcast. Shut the fuck up. It's that time to introduce that white hot heat son of a gun. I'm sorry guys, he wrote it. The guy that makes all your smart mamas come. What the fuck is smart?
Actually, a smart.
Shut the fuck up. If you test him, you'll learn fast. All he does is whip that monkey ass, Manu Healy. Up next we have the cane-wielding, cardigan-wearing, Macy's shoplifting, TCG dealing, anyway, mini-writing, head-shaving, son of a nurse. He's having a hard time holding down his toms, Mr. Oski.
Stop fucking laughing.
And last, and definitely least, Kevin.
No.
That's right, people. WrestleMania week was this past week. We are recording this Sunday night, early Monday morning, so we were able to catch all of WrestleMania week. We can start off by Raw, but I don't think we need to. Raw is basically a setup for whatever was going to happen the rest of the week. SmackDown, the same thing. There was nothing there for us. Let's
watch SmackDown.
Wait, you don't watch SmackDown?
Not anymore.
It's what you don't like Mauro Ranallo and
You know what?
Jerry the King?
I gotta give it up tomorrow.
Puppies?
No, I mean,
What do you
I
watching
do
Thursday?
like puppies.
What are you watching Thursday night so you're not watching SmackDown, you stupid smark?
All right,
Oh,
but
that's
enough
right.
of that.
That's right. That's right. They're giving the new episodes of the Goldbergs that these two hacks like.
That's Wednesday night.
Oh, my fault.
Transformation right.
My fault. But yeah, we're
Thursday
just.
nights.
But you know what? If
Wait,
we're gonna be talking about
Sunday.
wrestling, let's not forget Lucha Underground.
Never mind. Let's forget.
I didn't even
But
see
you know
that
what?
shit.
But
This
you know
wait.
what?
Why are you guys getting off topic? Hold on. What are you guys getting off topic? WrestleMania week. So what do you?
Jesus.
The granddaddy of them all.
Which was held at the AT&T Stadium
Are
in
we gonna
Dallas,
call
Texas.
for the match?
Hey,
We got a Butchamania fan over here.
Do you want my feud to come over here and sue you? I don't think so, right? Exactly. So let's keep it down. But we can start off with a lot of things in WrestleMania week. We had NXT. We had the NXT Takeover. We had Hall of Fame week, which was
Yesterday.
yesterday.
Saturday.
But I think that I can honestly say I've been watching these Hall of Fames for a few years now, and yesterday's Hall of Fame was just I think it was out of control. It was basically
Pure entertainment.
yeah, I don't know about that. But we also have WrestleMania that took place earlier today, but
Which I gotta say, I was entertained. I marked out for this WrestleMania. I gotta say, this is one of the most entertaining WrestleManias. I mean, except for
hold
the
on.
main event.
Hold on. Let's you're getting to Sunday, and we haven't even got to.
Friday.
We haven't even started Friday, so I would say let's start off. You guys want to start Hall of Fame and then get into the wrestling, or you want to go into Friday and
Let's
Saturday?
go day by day by day.
Okay, so let's go off by Friday. Friday, what do we have, Kevin?
NXT Takeover Dallas. We had the tag team. We had the NXT Tag Team Champion match, which is the American Alpha versus the Revival.
Okay, so let's start off there. What do you guys think of that match?
Didn't really see it.
You didn't really see it. I mean, how can you not see these athletes? I mean, American Alpha on a different level right now. And you know what? The Revival are the perfect heels for NXT. I mean, I just hope that with their loss, they don't just become an afterthought like the rest of the NXT champs.
No, I think that's not an issue. I think it's you just were able to see a good wrestling match. There was no story needed. These guys are all four of these guys are workers. Like you said, the Revival was just a regular old school heel team. They hit hard, they take hard bumps, and they give and take with both team. American Alpha is just a different style of athlete. Jordan and Gable are just a different type of wrestler.
Yeah.
They're not really sports entertainers. These guys are wrestlers. It was entertaining for a good 10, 15-minute match. They won the titles. They'll ride that wave until somebody else comes in and takes the titles away from them.
High Bros?
Yeah, somebody else. Woo woo. You know it, right? So, no, I liked the match. It was a good match.
Yeah, it was a good match.
I didn't have any issues with that.
All right.
What was next?
Then we got Austin Aries versus Baron Corbin.
So,
Was
I don't
that
know.
really the next match?
Yeah, it was. I don't know what Baron Corbin did in NXT, but they keep burying him down in NXT. They keep giving him these guys, and he just keeps losing. Last time
Well,
I
we
saw him,
when he won yesterday.
in Takeover in London, he lost to who? Apollo Crews. I think the time before that, he lost to Samoa Joe. And what happened in Dallas?
Yeah, he won
The battle
Andre the
with
Giant.
No, I'm talking about NXT. What happened in NXT?
Oh, well, he lost to Aries. I mean,
How do you do this? The schoolboy? Was it a schoolboy finish?
I think it was a roll up pin.
No, I
Yeah,
think
it
it was
was
a schoolboy, actually. I think he might have schoolboyed him, yeah.
you know what? That match was okay. And unfortunately, that match was on the card that was just stacked. So it became an afterthought, to be honest with you. Unfortunately, for me, it was the Nacho match of the night.
No, I thought it was. I thought it
It,
had
I
its
mean, it was
moments.
good. It was good. But I mean, on the card,
Do you see progression in Baron Corbin
Yeah,
from
big
when he
time.
first started?
big time. I mean, like when he was just having those squash matches. I mean, it was. I was not excited for this guy, but I mean, he became like the epitome of a heel right now, and I think
He is the hottest heel up in NXT.
yeah, I think they rewarded him by winning the Andre the Giant at WrestleMania.
But hold on, we're talking about NXT right now, which we'll get to WrestleMania later.
I get that, but I mean, you have to address that because he took the loss at Takeover, and he was rewarded on
It was a roll-up.
WrestleMania. Yeah,
So-
it was a roll-up.
So it was a roll. It wasn't schoolboy then, right? So yeah, he won. It was I guess you can call it a dirty win by Austin Aries. It
No, he
wasn't
just
a,
reversed it. I mean,
It wasn't. It was. I don't think it showcased who Austin Aries was for the first time wrestling, and for the crowd that was there. I thought this was a hot crowd.
How do you know? You didn't see him in TNA.
Oh my God!
That's
Thou shalt not talk about TNA in this podcast, please.
Total
what-
non-stop. Wait, no.
Yeah, exactly. What was
Exactly. What do you
so
got
what was
next?
after? What was after that?
After that was Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Who? Who's Sami Zayn's fighter?
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Nakamura. I mean,
Okay,
that was
hold
a
on.
phenomenal
Okay,
match.
hold on. I'm sorry to Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, Shinsuke. But again, I think if you knew who Nakamura was in this match,
I love this
you
match.
Yeah, it was a great match.
let me finish my thought first. All right, I don't want to end up bomayang kneeing you right in the face as we speak. But if you knew who Nakamura was, which I did, I've been watching Nakamura for years in New Japan.
Smart.
Right, but it's what you expect from Nakamura. From the first match, he's gonna have an amazing match. And come on, it's Sami Zayn. Who does Sami Zayn not have a good match with? If you never saw Nakamura, you're gonna be like, damn, this guy knees a lot, or this guy hits you in the face a lot, or somebody I know said he's the Asian Fandango, but no, I think he showcased. I think he showcased exactly his style, and people were loving it. This guy was getting some serious reaction from, I'm going to say, 80-90% of the people on that fan base did not know who he was.
No. I think the crowd there was nothing but smarts, and you know what? they showed the love to Nakamura. And they showed
Watch
the love
out,
to Sami
mamas.
Zayn. And they deserved it. I mean, it was entertaining. It was engaging.
How long was that match?
I mean, however long it was, it wasn't long enough. Okay, that match was top notch.
Would we say this is?
And
this
I mean,
is
from the guy, and if the guy who said he was the Asian Fandango at the beginning of the match,
I did not say that.
But okay,
But I
Oski.
didn't say that, man. I didn't say that.
Okay, Oski, but are you telling me this match was better than Melina versus Alicia Fox?
That's a classic, man. You can't compare this to that.
I'm gonna have to put it just a notch above that one.
Explain to me why you hate Sami Zayn's music.
Oh yeah, this is good. For some reason,
Explain to
Manu
us why.
dislikes Sami Zayn's great intro. I mean, he comes out dancing. He gets the crowd pumped.
And I just think if you're gonna build up a character like this, you're not gonna give him this type of generic music. Look at Finn Balor. From the first time you heard the music, you're like, this guy's a world champion. Look at Shinsuke Nakamura. I bet you they didn't give him Hideo Itami's music.
But that hairstyle, man.
That music they gave him, you know, this guy is meant for main event cards. I'm sorry, that song was that ska music from Sami Zayn is not main event music.
But that's Sami Zayn. I mean,
Yeah.
you get who he is. The fans are behind him. I mean,
the fans are not behind him because of the music. The fans are behind him because this guy's an awesome wrestler.
So regardless of the music he has, they're gonna be fans. And I mean, non-fans, like all the marks that we watch Raw with, love this guy. Okay, they get pumped for this guy.
But that's
Even
not what
your daddy likes this guy.
But that's, and my daddy actually thought that. I'm not gonna say what he thought about Nakamura at first, but he did end up liking Nakamura at the end of the match. He was like, "Wow, this is a big fan of this guy." But he did had a couple of let's say susceptible.
I mean, he mentioned that Nakamura was a little colorful, but you know what? That's who he is, and that's what draws you into his fights. I mean, if you're not a fan of Nakamura after this match, I mean, I don't know what's.
You know who I know is not a fan of this match?
Who?
You guys don't know?
No, tell us.
Really?
Who?
Vince. Vince don't like this guy. I'm sure Vince is gonna find some sort of stereotype Asian. They need a sushi chef gimmick, and he's gonna give it to Nakamura. He's gonna be Chef Nakamura.
I mean, how hot this guy is on NXT right now?
Fool, this is all Triple H.
Yeah, I mean.
No, but I don't think it's that. I think it's just a matter of. I think they're coming to a realization that there's other promotions that have great wrestlers, and just go get them. That's what people want to see. They want to see good wrestling. I don't care.
Are they doing that with the cruiserweight thing, though?
Yeah, and that's different. But what I'm saying is, they want to see wrestling. We go to watch wrestling to watch wrestling.
But
aren't you sports entertained?
No, I'm wrestling entertained. I want to see wrestling, and that's what we got in this match. We saw wrestling.
You don't want the 5 Moons of Doom?
I'm a Cena fan till the day I die. And you know how I'm gonna die?
C Nation said?
No, I'm gonna die. Shoulder block, miss, atomic bomb, 5-knuckle shuffle. Hey, that's how I'm gonna die into the grave. Let's go back to NXT. So we are in agreement that I will say that was probably the best match of the night.
Yeah.
And it's probably up there as one of the best matches the whole weekend.
Yeah, definitely.
So what's next?
Then we had the NXT Women's Championship match featuring Bayley versus, and you may pronounce the next name.
No, you pronounce it.
No, go ahead.
No, say it.
Asuka.
So Bayley was fighting Celia Cruz, people. Bayley was fighting Celia Cruz. No, my poor illiterate friend here meant to say that it was a match between the NXT Women's Champion Bayley versus
the Empress,
Asuka. Yes, Asuka. Not the Street Fighter character,
you know what?
Asuka.
I'm gonna say right off the bat, I love this match. I was a little iffy on the finish, but on second viewing, you know what? It changed my mind.
The finish was fine. I didn't think it was wrong with the finish.
I was just expecting a different ending for it. I mean,
no,
if Bayley's not gonna stick around, then I can see why they would give Asuka the title. Because I mean, look at the women's division in NXT right now. Who is believable enough to take on Asuka?
Eva
Asuka's-
Marie. No?
I said believable.
No, Eva Marie.
I mean,
Gotta go Eva Marie, man.
What about no? Kevin really is a big fan of Nia Jax. What do you think of Nia Jax?
Hell no.
I mean, I'm just
Don't
saying
even
the
get
way
me
they-
started.
No. What do you think of Nia Jax? I want to know.
No comment.
You know what he said about Nia Jax?
I plead the fifth.
Do you guys want to know what he said about Nia Jax? What he said about
you
Nia
know,
Jax?
we're going off topic.
Whoa.
We're going off topic. Asuka has been built as indestructible right now, and I just feel like there's no one gonna be able to take on her. So I mean, she's just gonna have a really long. She's gonna have a really long title reign. I mean that's not the match. The match itself, I think, was top notch. I feel like the crowd wasn't as into it as they were to the Nakamura Sami Zayn fight.
But you can't. You're gonna get a downer. You should have had. I would have done Sami Zayn, Nakamura, maybe an Austin Aries Baron, and then prepared the crowd for this match. You couldn't. Of course, it's gonna go down. There are two different types of matches. Bailey just. I don't know. It wasn't more entertaining than Bailey in Brooklyn.
Sasha?
That was on a different level. But I mean,
And even the 30-minute,
even
I thought it was better than the 30-minute, which a lot of people like. I thought the 30-minute was not that good. The best match that I saw for women's was Brooklyn.
that
but,
30-minute match. I mean,
It was close to that, but it didn't top it. And the finish was fine. Asuka is the deserving champion because, like you said, no one's gonna beat her at this moment. So if they're gonna do a Bailey move up, they at least have an option of moving her up or keeping down because they can still keep the storyline with Asuka. So I think it's fine with that. And Kevin, what did you think of the match? Yeah, exactly. Nobody cares what Kevin thought. What's next, Kevin?
The NXT Championship match featuring the Demon Finn Balor.
Which he wasn't a demon this time.
he was a demon.
He was a demon.
Well, no.
He was the
Yes, he
Texas
was.
Chainsaw Massacre.
Really? I thought this was Chainsaw Charlie Demon. No, this wasn't the Chainsaw Charlie Demon. Terry Funk Demon. The graduate of the demon that graduated from Funk You.
We had him taking on Samoa Joe. And off the bat, we got a bleeder.
But again, this I thought they had 3 great matches there. I think this one here, a lot of people are not going to like because there was a lot of stops with the blood. But what did you expect? They put on the damn refs put on gloves when they see somebody bleed. Are they gonna tell me they're not gonna come in and check Joe?
You know what? I mean, it told a great story. And Samoa Joe, even though he took the loss, I mean, he doesn't lose any luster to himself. Even though I feel like at this point, he deserves to be champ. But
No, but I
Balor's
think-
so hot.
I think a lot.
Balor's
I
so
think
hot that,
Isn't he
I mean,
getting moved up?
no, but I
Possibly.
think what this match was most likely setting up, which I think is impactful of what's going to happen when they both move up, is this was going to be a double turn match. It looked like the more Joe fought Finn, the more people were behind him. From the beginning, people didn't seem to respond to Joe that much, but at the end of this match, people were cheering for Joe more than they were cheering for Finn Balor. And I think that finish of being in I think it was the Kikina clutch, and then
Yeah, I was
Finn
not
Balor
happy with that
Finn
finish.
Balor finishing. It was a dirty win. They call this a dirty win, just being able to roll him down and pin his shoulders.
Yeah. It was not a satisfying end, but I mean, I think that's what makes the story great. And I think they're
Really?
gonna probably have another title match. I mean, between both of them.
He's taking on the It Factor, man.
Oh,
He
that's
leave
right.
out
That's
Bobby
right.
Roode.
That's right. We had a couple shots of Bobby Roode from
I feel bad for the Cowboys.
a different promo. That's right. The Cowboys signed a contract with that other company, and they were able to form their tag team for a great span of 3 weeks, and now they have to break it up. But that's different. So yeah, that was basically the NXT Takeover on Friday in Dallas. Overall, this card had a lot of. How many matches did it have? 6.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So out of
That's
the
the dark match.
So out of the 5 matches that you actually saw in the show, I'm gonna say 4 were great. 2 were out of this world. 1 was just top notch, and that's pretty good. So entertained for a good 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I mean, this card was stacked and it delivered. And with how great this card was, I was kind of expecting WrestleMania not to be able to live up to it. I know I'm skipping ahead here because we want to talk about the Hall of Fame, but WrestleMania, I gotta say, was one of the more entertaining WrestleManias.
I think the last two were pretty good.
I think that Roman Reigns fight was.
But hold on, no, but hold on. I want to.
That was my only complaint.
Yeah, hold on. But keep that until we get to WrestleMania, the actual show. And let's start off by the first Hall of Famer speech and the inductors. Who was it?
The first Hall of Famer was the Godfather, inducted by APA.
The Godfather, a.k.a. Kama, a.k.a. Papa Shango, a.k.a. whoever he wanted to be. I thought this was just really the Godfather. He was a good worker, but really
the whole train, man.
The Godfather. What did he win? What was the most coveted title he won? Intercontinental title. That was it.
You know what? At this point, I think all the Attitude guys are gonna get a little win.
So we're going to get Gilbert next year in Orlando. Are they gonna induct? Are they going to induct who? Wildman Mark Merrill next year?
I don't know, but you know what?
Oh my God! No, wait! No, we have a good 50 minutes to talk about the Freebirds.
All right, but you know what? Yeah, I think The Godfather was so entertaining during the Attitude Era, that they gave him the Hall of Fame induction. Do I think he deserved it? Yeah. They're just rewarding these Attitude guys for sticking around.
So I think it was the equivalent of Snoop Dogg getting the Hall of Fame. Snoop Dogg really
But I mean, like at this point, come on, the celebrity wing is a joke. I mean, come on.
No. Drew Carey deserved to have that Hall of Fame.
Man, let's get back to the Godfather.
No.
All right. Well,
I wasn't watching wrestling because I was only like 4 years old when the Attitude Era was happening. But when I started watching wrestling in 2008, 2006, it was the time where Godfather came in Teddy Long's wedding. And how can you not like the Godfather when he makes Teddy Long have a heart attack?
Okay, yeah, that right there.
You're right. That one thing
you had.
Okay.
That's the only way I remember the Godfather.
And you definitely know how to slow this show down. Who was next after the Godfather?
It was Stan Hansen.
You know Stan the Larry Hansen. Let me tell you.
Inducted by Vader.
Vader time. What time is it? What time is it?
Vader time.
Okay, but yeah, no, I think this is a well-deserved one. This is Stan the Lariat Hansen.
From what everybody said, this fool was hurting people a lot.
No, Stan, he fought stiff. This guy was a stiff wrestler. This guy used to hit you and you felt it.
Worse than Mil Máscaras?
No, Mil Máscaras, all he did was he no-selled. Stan Hansen could sell, but he just worked stiff. But his trajectory here, AWA, in Japan, it speaks for itself. So Stan Hansen, very
well deserved.
Yeah. Who's next?
You know what? And I gotta say, Vader's induction speech was one of the better ones.
Yeah, because what the thing is,
he gave you the backstory. He gave you why he mattered. And if you are not familiar with Stan Hansen, he pretty much summed up why he matters.
Yeah, because the thing is, Vader was always entertaining. If you didn't see Vader with the Vader mask, he was always like this. So Vader was always known to be able to talk and be goofy and shit like that. So if you knew and you've seen it before, you could see it in the Table for Three when he had that Table for Three with Sting and I think it was DDP. He was just going crazy. But who was next?
Next up was Jacqueline, inducted by Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley.
So talk about entertaining. These Dudley boys were pretty entertaining up there, weren't they?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this whole thing, their interaction was more entertaining than Jacqueline's speech. I thought it was very generic, but I mean, I get it.
But she wasn't really a talker. Like, that was the thing. That was her thing. Like, I don't ever remember her even cutting a promo back then. I remember her from when she was in WCW for a little bit. She used to come out with, I think, Kevin Sullivan. And after that is when she came out in WWE during the Attitude Era. And yeah, she was fine. Like, it wasn't another well-deserved wrestler who paid her dues and got into the Hall of Fame. So there's a lot more Hall of Famers that are not deserving that are in. And
My
someone like her.
question is, when is China getting inducted?
I mean, that's a conversation that we can
Oh
have right now.
my
I mean,
God.
this is
This
a
guy-
whole segment that we can dedicate to this. This guy won't stop with the China in the Hall of Fame.
China gets inducted with X-Pac gets inducted, and whenever that happens, they should be inducted together.
So
What's next? What's next?
Next up was George's favorite tag team of all time, the Fabulous Freebirds, inducted by New Day.
Or like Kevin Von Erich said, the new gay guys. Wow, if that wasn't
No, you gotta give it up just for this song alone. The first band to play rock and roll music.
so
Kevin,
this
who was this band?
Freebirds Rock.
I think he called them Leroy Skinners, but this I think the whole it felt that Sting was not the main Hall of Famer being inducted. It was the damn Freebirds.
Seriously,
And
they got an hour.
but I think it was because, come on, Michael P. Hayes is the main guy at Raw, and is the top writer for the show. So Vince was like, "We'll give you 20 grand. Let's use 18 grand on let's use 18 grand on Leonard Skinner's Freebird, and we'll give 2 grand to somebody to cut this skit and movie together, and pay an extra 20 minutes for the American Airlines arena." Because these guys just talked and rambled. And I don't think he even got to thanking anybody until like the 400th minute. I think, like we were discussing Batman v Superman, this speech was longer. And it had more plot holes than Batman v Superman. Jesus Christ. Like,
But you know, you gotta admit, those stories were entertaining.
But you're gonna tell me, hold on, but you're gonna tell me you don't want people bleeding. You were trying to get away from the Attitude Era. And yeah, P. Hayes, what kind of stories do you have? Oh yeah, I remember when Terry Gordy got shot up in a strip club. I remember when we ransacked the house. I remember, like,
But you
really?
know what? What do you expect if you're inducting Attitude guys? What do you expect when these guys that wrestled in the 80s?
A goddamn concert from Michael P. Hayes. That's what I was expecting.
I'll agree with you. That was completely unnecessary.
Dude, that was horrible.
And this is coming from a guy that actually is a big fan of Michael P. Hayes. He has 6 Doc Hendricks shirts, and he records everything from In Your House from 1996 to 1998. So, that's a pretty big statement he just gave.
Overall, well deserved. Entertaining at first. The stories were okay. It just dragged, and then
But I think-
a completely unnecessary concert.
But I think what a lot of people are not getting was it wasn't just the P. Hayes and the Freebirds were getting in. This was a whole world-class championship wrestling show,
sure.
which was basically in Dallas. So they inducted, like, we really needed to see Kevin Von Erich. Like, at his frail state, we really didn't need to see him. And I love Iceman King Parsons, but, like, what was the whole point of having his pictures and all the other wrestlers they showed? Like, really? Like,
But you just said they were inducting the whole, like...
no, but that's what the Freebirds were. It's the Freebird name, but it was the whole championship wrestling, world championship wrestling. So, who's next?
And then, I mean, we have to address the New Day's induction speech. I mean, that those guys are so over. They're so entertaining. I can't say enough about them.
Remember when people hated them, and now they're all nutting over them?
I mean, but that's what
They're
happened.
funny.
They
They let them be themselves.
Yeah, these guys are funny as hell, man.
No.
And you just want to clap along. You
No.
want to get up and dance
Sailor-
with them. These guys are funny.
Sailor Art Thomas, aka Big E, is funny. Xavier, not so much. And Kofi is just
But I mean,
Kofi's
that's the
goofy.
thing. Individually, they wouldn't be as entertaining as they are a group. Come on, Von Erich said it himself. These guys are brothers.
And he said they're new gay guys. But who's next?
Up next, we got the Big Boss Man,
All right.
inducted by Slick.
All right. So the Big Boss Man, another guy from the 80s. I don't ever think he even won a major title in the WWE.
Yeah.
I think the best thing he won was a tag team title, but I think I could be wrong.
He win the hardcore title.
Yeah, but that's not a real main title. The main titles are Intercontinental
Yeah,
or
but I
World
think at the
Championship.
time when WWE was trying to be
His-
edgy,
no,
trying
I
to
think-
be
I think him is just trajectory. Like,
Yeah.
this guy was wrestled everywhere in the 80s. He came to WWE, became pretty big with that cop warden gimmick. He went to WCW, became a guardian angel at some point.
yeah, I remember that.
What?
Yeah, that was funny.
And then he returned as the authority guy. I think it was just trajectory for him, a long career, well deserved. Yeah, I guess. Like I said, there's a lot of guys that are in there that probably don't deserve it, but like Best Boss Man, it's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Who's next?
But wait a minute. Who the funk is Slick?
Slick? You don't know who Slick is, Daddy? You gotta go back into the WWE Network for $9.99 and catch that. You know, Slick was actually one of the main managers in the, I would say, late 80s. He used to I think he managed Big Boss Man, but he used to be in charge of the one-man gang.
Yeah,
Akeem.
right.
He used to be in charge of Akeem.
Yeah.
And, which were the same guy, but...
So I would get to watch and learn about Slick in the WWE Network for
Mhm.
only $9.99.
Only $9.99, yeah. That's what it is. Who's next then?
And
Next
yeah,
up,
I'm here with this podcast with Michael Cole and JBL. Selling that
No,
network.
no.
I mean, are
No,
you
because-
taking a cut, or-
No. It's because no, and I forgot to mention that Bossman did win 4 Puerto Rican heavyweight titles and 2 Pan American medals. 2 Pan American medals. Who's next?
next up is Snoop Deal Double G, inducted by John Cena.
Okay, so who's next after that?
So
Really?
Manu isn't a big fan of Snoop Dogg getting inducted, and like I said, at this point you gotta expect everybody's gonna be inducted.
No, I know, and
Schwarzenegger last
I know,
year. I
and
mean, Drew Carey. for God's sake.
I'm really
This
hoping.
is gonna be huge.
I'm
exactly.
But I'm really hoping. No,
That
it's fine.
comment.
It's fine. But I'm really hoping that next year my name is inducted because I also am a big fan, and I have been WWE family for over 30 years.
And you have been on Raws,
And I have been on Raw, and
not on the extra show, but you've been there for the taping.
I have, and I was there at WrestleMania 7, and I got
You
to shake.
weren't?
Yes, I was. I shook hands with Bret Hart. He gave me the glasses.
The jean shorts?
No, this is
this is
pre-jean
pre
shorts.
jean shorts.
And I have been a loyal subscriber to the WWE Network, which again for $9.99 a month. I've been a loyal subscriber since day one. So Vince told me it's between me and some other guy, but oh, I know who it is. It's that guy that the guy with the eyeballs that saw when Brock Lesnar beat the Undertaker.
He's
It's
getting
him.
inducted next year.
It's between me and him. One of the two of us is gonna get it. I'm pretty sure. So who's next?
Next up was the Warrior Award recipient, which was Jonah London.
Jonah London. Oh my god! Again, this guy is. Oh my god! This guy kills more names. This guy kills more names than Mike Adamle. You know who Mike Adamle is, right? American Gladiators. He was in SmackDown. The guy that called him Jeff Hardy or Jeff Harvey. This is our Mike Adamle. But yeah, the next one was the Warrior Award, which was given to Joan London, TV host. Well deserved. I have no issues with that one.
Yeah, I mean,
It's-
usually, to be honest,
Inspirational
yeah.
stories, so I don't have any issue. We don't really talk about that one. That one was well deserved. And what was the last one?
Last but not least, the icon, Sting,
Who,
inducted by the Nature Boy.
which was the biggest mistake Sting did, was asking Ric Flair to induct you into the WWE Hall of Fame, because you know that when Ric Flair inducts you, it's Ric Flair talking about himself for 20 minutes and just saying your name that you're being inducted. It's really like
You're forgetting his daughter.
don't even get me started, because anytime Ric Flair starts talking, he starts talking about his daughter. You know, this guy cries more than the Big Show. And I never thought I was gonna ever get to see a wrestler that cries more than the Big Show, but Ric Flair has been my idol for the whole time of me being a wrestling fan, up until he became Charlotte's manager, for the simple reason that he's always crying. And like baseball, there's no crying in wrestling. I'm sorry. You know who's going to win the match before this happens, and you're still crying. Jesus Christ, that's like Pete Rose crying that he knows he's going to win the bet when he bet against the Cincinnati Reds. And he's inducted into the Hall of Fame. Jesus Christ.
I'm telling you, everybody gets in.
But again, another guy, well deserved. He was in the independent scene for about 10, 12 years after WCW.
You know what? This guy was WCW. And this is coming from a guy that didn't watch WCW, always hated on WCW until the NWO showed up.
Until the Crow Sting?
I mean, I get the appeal of Sting, but you gotta respect the guy. I wasn't a mark like my friend over here, but well deserved. And I gotta say about Ric Flair, I mean, if the guy wasn't as entertaining as he is, I mean, they wouldn't put him on TV. And I think he was perfect for Sting. Because you know what? Yeah, I'll give you that one. What'd you think?
I think it was well deserved.
You just love the fact that he mentioned the Joker Sting. Be honest.
The Joker Sting was pretty awesome. But I don't know. The only thing I got frustrated with this was that last year he didn't win his match at WrestleMania, and that he just got buried by Triple H. That sucks. His one big match at WrestleMania, and he didn't win it.
Yeah, I mean, I expected him to win that match at WrestleMania, but you know what? Whenever you fight Triple H, you expect to be buried. And
what's that joke? Wait, what's that joke, Kevin? You heard about Triple H?
I believe it went like, what type of match do you fight when you go against Triple H?
What type of match is it?
A buried alive match.
No, I think the issue that a lot of people have is they think that, they were stars in a different promotion and they're gonna get buried. Well, you can't really say that. It's Sting. Whether he won or lost, it didn't really matter.
No, you're right. At that point, it didn't matter because he's coming in.
All you cared that was Sting was in the WWE. That was it.
And I'm glad. I mean, I gotta say that whole storyline with him and Seth Rollins was entertaining as hell. That match, unfortunately, got hurt, and it's sad to see him retire because I did want him to get a win under the WWE banner.
That was probably the biggest news of yesterday. Yeah. That he officially retired from the WWE. He said that it's not a goodbye, but it's a see you later, which a lot of people have been taking it that he's not going to fight at the WWE anymore.
Undertaker next year.
But it's just, come on, man. You've risked practically being paralyzed that last match. You're not going to take that risk again. Look at what happened to Edge. Same thing.
Just one more match.
And a lot of people who say that are idiots. So that was basically the Hall of Fame, which was, how long was it? Like 3.5 hours?
Yeah, 3 hours.
No, 3 hours. Was it 3 hours? Really? It felt so long.
Yeah, one of them belonged to the Freebirds. So.
Yeah, an hour belonged to the Freebirds, and then an hour belonged to whatever. Like, I don't even remember half of it. I just remember the main ones. And that's how we saw most of it, and then we fast forward to part of it. I remember when I saw P. Hayes starting to sing, fast forward. Shit. I was finishing off the episodes of Fuller House too instead of that shit.
Oh my god.
Which is a great show. I'm sorry.
All right. We're going to fast forward this part to WrestleMania.
Okay, so we go to WrestleMania, which was yesterday, I guess?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yes.
So what let's start off with the pre-show. What was on the pre-show?
We have kicking off Kalisto versus Ryback for the United States Championship. So unfortunately,
I didn't catch it either.
I didn't catch it either.
I wasn't watching it. I think I was. What was I doing?
I don't. If you don't remember, we don't want to know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Well, my biggest takeaway from this is
I did see the highlights, and the highlights
the highlights. I mean, he won.
It looked like
Kalisto
Ryback squashed, and then Kalisto came back and pinned him.
Yeah, I mean, Ryback at this point just bores me. I mean, this guy was someone who had a lot of hype with him. He was fun to watch, even though He wasn't doing much in the ring. Kalisto is entertaining as hell.
Wait, what are you talking about? Ryback's a goon. Based on Phil Brooks. Right? Wasn't he saying?
Man.
Didn't
Are
he
we
say
really
Ryback?
going
Did he say Ryback almost broke his back?
Are we really going there?
It's true, fool.
Oh my god.
Anyways, so Kalisto's hot.
Wait,
All
what?
his matches are entertaining.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
What?
I mean, if you
Who are you, Kerry Von Erich?
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, not there. There is, brother, but you know.
All right. The next match was
Next up was the Total Divas versus Team Bad and Two Blondes, which was Naomi, Lana, Emma, Charlotte.
Charlotte wasn't in it.
Wait,
Yeah, it was.
No. What
Oh,
she
Summer
wasn't.
Rae.
wait. So
Confusing those names.
so blondes are all those 5 characters?
So
No,
Team Bad
You got Team Bad.
is Naomi and Tamina,
Uh-huh.
and then we got Lana, and then we got Summer Rae,
And then you
and
got
we got
Emma.
Emma.
And then you got all the divas.
All the Total Divas.
Again,
Alicia Fox,
Again,
Brie Bella.
I don't even remember watching this match. I think I caught the ending of it, which is basically Brie Bella doing a yes lock.
yeah.
On, who was it, Naomi?
I mean, she
Yes,
was gonna get her
Naomi.
win. She was gonna get her win. Apparently, she's gonna retire tomorrow on Raw or tonight. We saw Lana in the ring for the first time. I mean,
She did a couple moves.
Yeah, she did a couple moves. I mean, the girls.
Was she? Hold on.
athletic,
Was
Just
she,
as Eva
hold
Marie,
on.
she
Was,
did a couple moves.
that's what I was gonna say. Better than Eva Marie?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, at least more engaging. Eva Marie is very robotic. I mean, even her finisher on Tamina was
The
kind
Brian
of like-
Kendricks.
Really, wow. And that's that Lana was trained by the Sarge in the power plant, WCW.
Was
And
it
shit.
really?
No, I'm not sure. Come on, this girl trains really. The only training she does
You
is
know what? I have
in the
no
ring
idea.
is with Rusev.
To be honest, I didn't even know she wrestled.
She
But,
doesn't. She doesn't. I think it's just a matter of if she's not gonna be a manager anymore, you better start wrestling because
Oh, yeah.
you ain't gonna have no job pretty soon, and you're gonna be a
I mean,
knockout somewhere else. You
you know
know.
what? I gotta say, I'm really tired of seeing all these team matches for the women wrestlers. I mean, there's a lot of talent here, and they
Well,
don't
you
get to
can't-
highlight their skills. I mean,
Well, you can't. Well, come on. Like you're giving them a shot at WrestleMania. That's what they want.
What are they doing
Team
with
against
Paige?
team.
yeah, I mean, I don't get like there's talented girls out here, and like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we could have not avoided certain matches
Man.
to have that like more women's fights.
All they need to do is bring back Melina to take on
Nah,
Alicia
nah, nah,
Fox.
nah. Anyways.
What's next?
The next match was the Usos
Versus
against
the
The Uzos.
the Usos.
The hell's the Uzos?
The Usos versus the Dudley Boys.
Again, we saw this match. What was it, like about 5-10 minute match?
Yeah, I mean,
Same thing we
at
always
this
see.
point,
The same thing we
exactly.
always see. Dudley's beat up the Usos. Usos come back, jump on top,
And then they break tables.
and they
I mean,
broke
we
the
get it.
tables.
We
Yeah.
get it.
So
The
that was
Dudleys are badass.
basically the
Usos
pre-show.
The
win.
greatest tag team of all time.
I mean,
That was basically the pre-show with a couple ins and outs of the panel, and then we get to the main show, which started with their whole America the Beautiful and the whole
let's just go straight to
national
the wrestling.
anthem. Yeah.
The Intercontinental match was
Insane.
insane. Yeah. I mean, back to Kalisto. I mean, I think Kalisto could have been in this match and would have been.
No, but
Great.
then you
But
take out the title.
Yeah, I get it. He had a defend his title. Anyways, talking about this match, this was a great match. It had me at the edge of my seat, even at the end when the Miz looked like he was gonna win it. You know, like the Miz.
I thought
gotta
Sami
say-
Zayn was gonna win.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like he wasn't gonna win, and Kevin Owens wasn't gonna retain. I just really didn't want the Miz to win, but I mean, I think Miz is a great heel. Like when you start rooting against him, he's like engages you.
I think
And
it's
then-
just the fact that people just don't like the Miz.
Yeah.
It's not that he's a good heel or not. He's whatever heel. He doesn't really do heel
you know what?
moves.
You know
But
what?
he
has
doesn't
a lot of
really-
heat.
Not-
But he does
we're not
because they
talking
don't
about
like him.
I mean, but
That's
this is
the
not.
reason.
But
This
that's
is
a
not
good
wrestling.
thing.
I'm not talking
No.
about wrestling ability. I'm talking about his charisma to be a villain. I mean, he's a good heel.
But it's because people just don't like him. That's the issue, and
Yeah.
I feel bad for the dude.
Really,
After-
I don't
yeah.
feel bad for him.
Why? He's starting in movies.
Yeah.
He's WWE superstar. He's married to a former diva.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He
I
main
really feel bad for him.
evented. He main
Poor
evented
guy.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Well, then let's get back to the
I'll
basic
talk about
premise.
another poor guy. What happened to Cody Rhodes in this match?
I mean, I thought Stardust was.
I'm sorry, Stardust. Yeah, I think it goes by Stardust.
Yeah,
No.
I think he paid a nice tribute to his dad. He brought out that polka dot ladder. That was entertaining as
What
hell.
about that spot he took with Sin Cara through that
That was
ladder?
ballsy, man.
Dude,
That was ballsy. I mean, this whole match had so many great dives.
Wait,
Sam-
hold
let's-
on.
let's-
Sami
Sami
Zayn
Zayn
threw the
threw
ladder.
the ladder and
But-
then runs around, goes through the ropes, and does his DDT
But
on
can-
Kevin
but-
Owens.
but-
That
but-
was.
But let me just say, can we give a thumbs up to Sin Cara for having a match where he didn't botch? Well, he didn't cause a mistake. You know, maybe it's not him, but maybe it's just the mask. But
It's
he was
the
pretty
mask.
good.
It's the curse of the mask, man.
Yeah, he didn't really do anything weird this time around. You know,
I
it
mean,
was pretty good.
All these guys were top notch. I mean, Dolph Ziggler took some nice bumps. Kevin Owens was entertaining.
Dolph Ziggler, I thought that was Shawn Michaels from that Circle 92. Wasn't that Shawn
It was
Michaels?
a nice tribute to Shawn Michaels, which apparently we saw later on. I had no idea he was gonna come out. I tried to
don't
avoid.
even
I
get
tried to
me
avoid
to
all the dirt sheets before, but I mean,
Mr. WrestleMania.
yeah. Oh, but yeah, the finish. Zack Ryder, man.
I didn't expect that.
I didn't expect that either. I was surprised, and you know what? I think well deserved. This guy's entertaining as hell.
I think it was just a matter of fact that they probably weren't ready to give probably Sami Zayn the title, and then they kind of realized that, oh shit,
But you
this
know
guy's
what?
pretty good, and then let's just get. But then, would this have changed if Neville was taking
That's a,
Zack Ryder's place,
that's a good point. Yeah.
Who
Who
knows?
knows? Who knows? All I know is that Zack Ryder won.
or would it have
The
been?
crowd loved him. I mean, the crowd loved him.
Yeah,
And then it doesn't hurt Sami Zayn. It doesn't hurt Kevin Owens. It doesn't hurt Dolph Ziggler. It doesn't hurt Sin Cara. It doesn't hurt Stardust.
well, it
If
does hurt.
anything-
It does hurt Dolph Ziggler because this is just yet another episode of Dolph Ziggler. You know what? Dolph Ziggler's
Buried
career.
alive.
No, Dolph Ziggler's career is a ladder match. Like, this guy gets to the top of the rung and he touches that belt, and then out of nowhere, someone pulls that ladder from behind him, and that's, you know, and that's something special that we had in this show. We were gonna have we were trying to, and we got it. I think it was Friday. I'm gonna say Friday. Yeah, it was Friday night. I was checking some of my calls, and we were trying to get a hold of Dolph Ziggler's career, and you know, I've been trying for
Did he
like-
didn't he leave a message?
yeah, but I've been trying for like
Or at
4 or
least it was
5.
from his phone.
I was trying about 4 or 5 years trying to get a hold of his career because, like, this guy won the world heavyweight championship. I believe it was. It wasn't
Yes,
the
it was.
WWE, the world heavyweight championship.
Twice.
And then, like, damn, like, this guy, you drop kick him in the chest and this guy gets a concussion. Or something happens to him. But yeah, we got a tape of, I got a call from his phone
Yeah.
on Friday, and, like, it was disturbing.
Just play the tape.
Yeah, it was just disturbing.
Vince, would you make me champion? I'd make me champion.
Please, get me out of here, please. I think I finally got it. I got a match on WrestleMania on Sunday. Get me out of here, please.
It puts stirring the Coronado title match in the bash.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh.
Get me out of here, you sick freak.
It puts the fucking in the Coronado title match in the fucking basket.
Wow, and you know,
Wow.
that was a pretty disturbing call I got on Friday. And then watching this match today, and I was like, God damn, where the hell was his career? But he had a good showing.
Eerie.
Yeah, he had a good show. He had a good showing today. He's just not gonna win the title, but he got a good showing today. I'm sure they're gonna book him with probably a squash on Zack Ryder tomorrow at Raw.
Hopefully not.
What was the next matchup for that one?
Next up was AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho.
So once again, this is gonna. I just like to warn the fans or the audience that are listening to us, because I guess we don't have fans yet, but I'm pretty sure we're not gonna have fans after this gets aired.
We'll
But
get views though. I hope.
yeah, death threat views. But this just, I'm sure these two marks here are going to critique the fact that AJ Styles lost the match, but I have no issues with him losing the match. It was a good match, back and forth. I can see how he lost the match, being that it's Chris Jericho, and it doesn't really affect AJ Styles losing a match at WrestleMania like it didn't affect Sting losing the match against Triple H last year.
You know what? Go ahead.
What does Chris Jericho get by winning out of this?
Chris Jericho gets to still have relevancy in the WWE. He gets to probably get in for a couple months. I'm sure they're going to throw him in against other guys.
You can build AJ Styles to be...
You can build AJ Styles off this
Styles
loss too.
is hot right now. AJ Styles is going to stay hot, dude.
Yeah, that's like saying why didn't you give Sami Zayn the title? Like he lost too.
Yeah, it's true.
No, but I mean, like, here's the thing: they don't need it to be relevant.
Yeah.
But my only complaint about AJ Styles not going over is that Chris Jericho took the loss to Fandango. Why can't you take the loss to AJ Styles? That's my only thing.
Well, it's different times. Like that time, it was just he was there for WrestleMania. I think he was there for one more pay-per-view, and then he just left. So it didn't make any sense. This means Chris Jericho is going to stay for a little bit longer. Probably work the European tour. I don't think so. I think maybe Japan. There's a tour of Japan coming in July, so they might work it with somebody there. But
yeah, I'm just hoping that this AJ Styles Chris Jericho thing is over.
Yeah.
I'm kind of tired of seeing these matches.
And I think that's what it was.
I'm they're entertaining, yeah, but I think I'm over this whole story with them. I think AJ needs to be matched up with somebody else. We need to see more AJ.
Who would you put him up against?
AJ Styles?
Yeah.
Zack Ryder.
Yeah.
For the belt?
Yeah, and then you give the Intercontinental title to AJ Styles and let him run with it.
Okay, so
That was it.
I don't know. There's a lot of wrestlers coming back. I mean, the fact that Cena's back in the picture.
But we don't know that yet, but he was there today. But thanks for killing the
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, thanks for killing the fucking surprise we had at the end. Golly. But yeah, this match was fine. I had no issue with it. It was good back and forth.
Yeah, hopefully this is the end.
Solid minutes.
Yeah, hopefully this is the end of that storyline. What was next?
Next up was the New Day versus the League of Nations.
Just seeing the New Day's
Entrance.
intro, it just made me want a bowl of Bootios. Extra sugary.
Dude, their costumes were pretty badass.
Yeah, which was basically an homage to the Dragon Ball Z. I think it was Dragon Ball Z characters.
Dragon Ball Z, yeah.
I'm not a geek, but I don't even know the names of the Dragon Ball characters.
Vegeta.
Probably Vegeta, Ginyu, and who's the other guy?
Nappa.
And
Maybe
Nappa.
But I don't know. He didn't have a tail, so.
Yeah.
Nappa
Point
didn't
is-
have a tail.
Point
No,
is
I
that-
don't think
that
Nappa
they had
had.
the armor. Point is they had the Dragon Ball Z armor.
Yeah.
And
That was
the
pretty
tail.
cool. Yeah, but that's why.
And Francesca, even Francesca was
Even
dressed up
Francesca
like
was
Dragon
dressed up,
Ball.
yeah. I mean, the big Bootios cereal box getting knocked over, that was hilarious.
I would have done, who would have been? Biggie, maybe Boo, Majin Buu. Give him a little Majin Buu right there. I would have given, I don't know, Xavier, maybe, Xavier, Popo?
I think
No.
it was. No, it
No.
was.
No.
He looked better as
It was
Vegeta.
He looked better as Vegeta? Yeah.
That was a fun entrance. I mean,
I
like
thought it was
said-
Goku. No, he
No.
wasn't.
Oh, it was Vegeta.
man. Vegeta. I mean,
At least
they
he wasn't
lost.
Vagina.
All right, we're going off course. So they fought the League of Nations, and at this point,
So, wait, I don't get it. How is it hardly a League of Nations? Or if it's like, you got a Mexican, a Bulgarian,
I mean,
an
that's
Irish,
that's it.
and an, I get the Irish and the English, but like,
Nations, they're from different nations.
I thought they had to be kind of like, almost like border terror, like border closeness.
I think you're putting too much thought into this. I mean,
Like really, I don't know.
So,
I don't know how you could. I don't know.
I mean, it was a good match.
I think
for
what
it was.
did it look like? Biggie got hurt,
It kind of did.
It did.
Yeah, it kind of did. But I mean,
right? Because he didn't even come up, and then that whole
Xavier Woods.
no,
Kofi
but the whole
Kingston.
thing was like you clearly see Biggie get tagged in by Kofi. He does that dive, which at some point he's gonna end up hurting himself, and then
that was
the
a nice
ref.
dive, though. I mean, he
Yeah,
did look
but
like he landed on the right
And
shoulder.
then the ref, no, it was left shoulder. But then the ref freaking allows Kofi to tag in Xavier, which was like, what the hell? So that right there gave you the first clue that he must have been injured, but the finish was fine. I guess it just set up the finish, the surprise that they had.
Yeah.
The surprise they had for that came up next, which was good old HBK coming out, Mr. WrestleMania. Mick Foley coming out, and good old Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I mean,
which I would have preferred Stone Cold ET, but that's just a different story, you know. But
they couldn't get him at the last moment.
He was already booked to somebody's birthday party. But yeah, they came out. They cleaned house on the League of Nations. Then you had a little humor with the New Day where they were all dancing together. Stone Cold did his thing, little dance. F you, boom, Stone Cold Stunner.
Yeah.
Drink beers, which basically means open them, pour it on your body, and don't drink anything at all. Was it weird to see Shawn? You're a big Shawn Michaels
I love
fan,
it,
Kevin. Was it weird seeing Shawn Michaels drink alcohol?
No, I loved it.
Really? He looked pretty weird drinking that beer.
It looked like he was chugging it down.
Mick Foley looked like he was out of breath drinking that beer. He had that face that he needed to take a shit or something, but he got out of that ring pretty quick.
You know what? At this point, the nostalgia factor is kind of wearing off. On all
Which
the surprises.
which is a big thing in this WrestleMania. There was a lot of nostalgia.
Yeah, there was.
And I guess, I don't know if that helped people go to it, but
I mean,
apparently
the
it
surprise
broke
is
records.
nice, but then like seeing them wrestle and I don't know. At some point, it just gets kind of like, all right, we've seen this before.
All right, what's next?
Then we had Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose in the street fight.
So this match here, I was expecting a lot more out of this match, and we got most of it, but I think this match just needed
More
Dean
street fighting.
Yeah, and
But
I
you
think
know what?
I think what it was is I was expecting Dean Ambrose to take more bumps and more riskier bumps than the stuff he did there, and it was kind of like no, and it was like it wasn't that many. Like I was expecting him to really go all out.
And I needed Brock Lesnar to bleed.
He bled. He bled. He
Not
bled
that
from his
much.
back. He bled from his back.
I mean, that.
This ain't
That's the thing.
Ric Flair bleeding, but you
But
know
that's the
Ric
thing,
Flair takes a drop kick to the face and he's already bleeding like they cut him with a
You mean
knife.
the drop kick to the chest and he's bleeding from the forehead.
Yeah. No. Apparently, like Ric Flair says, he only drop kicks people in the knees, but he comes out bleeding. But yeah, this match, I felt it was built up to be a lot more than what it was.
Yeah,
and
I
it was
think
okay.
The build-up was more exciting than the match.
actual match.
The match was entertaining for what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Brock Lesnar suplexing you and then F5ing you, and that's pretty much what it was. I mean, he doesn't need to use weapons. I mean, he can handle anybody with just suplexes.
Who? But tell me what match would have been better with Brock Lesnar? Because I have one match that Brock Lesnar would have had a better match with, and it would have been basically who ran Suplex City. Brock Lesnar versus Scott Steiner. What do you guys think? Would that match have done a lot better than Dean Ambrose?
I mean,
Freakzilla, baby.
if you're asking for real, you know what would happen.
Yeah, Scott Steiner would have threatened to kill Brock Lesnar. That's what would have happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was next?
Up next was the Women's Championship, which was Charlotte versus Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks.
Again, this was another match that was built up to be. They were trying to make it almost transcendental, but it was okay. There was. I don't think.
Okay, this match was entertaining as hell.
I don't
This match
think.
was badass.
I don't think this match was better than Bayley versus Asuka.
That moonsault that Charlotte did from the top rope.
One moonsault.
That shit was badass.
That's all you can remember. One moonsault.
Becky Lynch diving through the ropes and hitting Ric Flair. That shit was badass.
Ric Flair saw her before she even touched the ropes.
And he sold it perfectly.
Well, Ric Flair can tell anything, but
This
I don't know.
match was
It
entertaining.
was. I don't think it worked out because it was 3.
You know what
I
the
think it would have
problem
been
is?
better if it was.
You know
2.
what the problem is? I think Charlotte is limited in her offense.
Just like Ric Flair.
Yeah. I mean, her finisher itself kind of like slows down the matches. The triple threat maybe wasn't the best way to show off all their talent, but it was entertaining as hell.
But I don't get it. Like, how are you planning to build up Charlotte to be the superior athlete, whatever? But
because
you're talking about a moonsault. So how did she win? Ric Flair had to help. No, Ric Flair had to hold Sasha Banks.
Man. She's a heel.
Then play the heel role. Don't play me this athlete. This women's are gonna transcend. Like, you can't. You
can't be both. You can, and
I
that's
don't think
what makes it interesting. I mean, that's why Ric Flair's going out there.
But what I'm saying is, like, if you're gonna be a bad guy, be a bad guy. I don't want to cheer for you. I want to hate you. And Charlotte, you just can't get that with her.
I mean, if you're complaining about her, I get the feeling that she's rubbing you the wrong way. So I mean, she's doing her job.
It's for personal reasons, because I've seen Ric Flair at least, I'm gonna say 200 times, and I've always asked him for Charlotte's number. and you're gonna tell me that a 6'10" multimillionaire who plays in the NBA can get her number before I can? That's a joke. And Ric Flair, if you're listening to this, I know where you live, brother. You're not hard to find. You live on top of Space Mountain, right? So, yeah, that's there's.
This podcast isn't for your personal vendettas. So let's move it along.
Yes, it's not, because if it was, it would be an hour of me talking about a certain Terry. We're not gonna discuss this episode. We'll save that for episode 2. The Phantom Menace. No, wait, that was episode 1, right? Yeah. So this is the Phantom Menace of our podcast. Kevin is the Jar Jar Binks. I am the Obi-Wan. And
does that make me Qui-Gon?
That makes you Qui-Gon. Apologies about that one, but yeah, you're Qui-Gon. Sorry, I had the little Kevin Von Erich in me at the moment. Oh, shit. It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning and we're still recording this shit. But yeah, what was next?
Up next was the Hell in a Cell match featuring Shane O'Mac taking on The Undertaker.
Talk about hype for this match for one spot. Just so you can break that table. Other than that...
And he broke it on himself.
Dude, but that was badass.
I mean,
but I think this match was built up to be, like, I was expecting this one to be the last match, and it was what, like the second hour or the third hour?
The third hour.
The third hour main event, and yeah, like you were saying, it was just. Yeah.
But he got some punches in.
Yeah, he had some cool stuff, but like, what's the whole point? Like, it was a whole. I was expecting, if they were gonna do this whole storyline, I was expecting Shane O'Mac to win. And then that leads to a transition, but apparently they're not. Apparently it's going to be the same as always. Yeah, he'll probably go away and come back.
All this hype, and then really not much of a payoff.
Which is basically going to happen is he's going to come out in Raw, maybe go away for a couple months, come back, try to win it again, maybe not against The Undertaker, someone else, and he'll win. That's what will probably happen. But yeah, this match.
But at that point, will we care? I mean,
I stopped caring even after he threw the elbow up top of the Hell in a Cell.
I mean, really?
Yeah, it was okay. It's you're not gonna expect more from The Undertaker and Shane O'Mac. Yeah, you got what you were expecting from him.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I expect him to have like a big spot, which he did, but I mean, he wasn't gonna win. You weren't expecting him to win. I mean, I'm telling you, just a lot of hype, a lot of build up, and not much of a payoff.
Yeah. What was next?
Next up was the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
So talk about having all your surprises in one match. Some blast from the past that we saw Tatanka.
We saw DDP.
We saw DDP with his DDP yoga shirt, which I'm still trying to get my $200 back from because I did this goddamn DDP yoga for 2 months and I actually tore 2 quads. And I pulled 6 hamstrings.
It's because you weren't doing DDP's yoga. You were doing Kevin Nash's yoga.
Oh, I forgot. I was doing the Vince McMahon run into the ring yoga. That's right. But I ain't no Jake the Snake Roberts, because after Jake the Snake Roberts did his DDP yoga, he kept calling me, and he kept leaving these weird ass voice messages. Hey, Bray, baby.
I guess he was calling the wrong guy.
Yeah, I wasn't. I called him back and I was like, "Hey, Snake, I ain't brave, but why you calling me, bro?"
I got these garlic flavor condoms.
Whoa, brother. I don't think we're gonna hear the rest of this message.
I don't know what y'all do in the backwoods of Louisiana, brother. But yeah. And then who's the biggest surprise? Who do we have for this match?
The Big Diesel.
The Big Diesel himself, Shaq Asaurus, aka Shaq Fu, aka Shaquille O'Neal, aka Kazam,
aka the Big Shaq this one.
The Big Shaq this. And what did he do? He found the guy that sells less than he does. Jesus Christ. Like, these guys were looking at each other like they were in love for like 10 minutes. Golly, I felt bad for the wrestlers looking beside them. They didn't know what to do. But yeah, they had a big spot where they looked at each other, and then all the wrestlers ganged up on them, one on each corner. They threw them like ragdolls. And then they started fighting, and then for them to both be eliminated at the same thing, what are they doing? Setting up maybe a SummerSlam match? Maybe they could have done. I really don't even know what happened.
It was kind of like, whoa, Shaq, and it's like, why?
It was to get hype in Sports Center, like you said.
Yeah, probably.
Probably, but yeah, it was whatever. So who ended up winning that match?
Baron Corbin.
So Baron Corbin won that match. Yeah.
To be honest, I kind of expected Mark Henry to win it.
Yeah, they're in Texas, but everything. But once you saw Mark Henry be defeated, the only one that you could see winning was going to be him. So.
And I didn't think Kane was going to get it.
No, because Kane had won it, I think, before.
No, Kane hasn't won it. It was Cesaro and Big Show.
This is the third time?
Yes.
I thought Kane had won it.
No, Hulk Hogan introduced it 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's right. He introduced it at the Pontiac Silverdome, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
You got that right, brother.
Damn. $140 million buys you that. Jesus Christ. By the way, if anybody wants to record me having sex with anybody's girlfriend, feel free. I will cut that $140 million check with you. We each get half. Because, Jesus Christ.
I think your phone's buzzing, man. You got a call from Bubba the Love You got to take it back off.
It is an Orlando call, and we are going to, we will be at WrestleMania next year in Orlando. But, yeah, no, just, it was whatever. Andre the Giant match. Baron Corbin won. That basically means he's probably coming up.
Yeah, you're gonna get a nice little popping.
Who's he gonna? Who can they set him up with? Maybe
Cesaro.
No, they're probably gonna set him up with maybe like a Kane, win a couple matches. That's it. I don't know. I don't know how far he can go up there. He was a good heel down in NXT. Maybe he'll keep the same character. But yeah, what was next after that?
Next up was The Rock introducing. Basically The Rock saying that WrestleMania got a new record.
That's right. Yeah. So
attendance record.
So Rock came out with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader.
It makes sense that they were there.
No, yeah, I get it. And Rock came out with a big ass gun and he started blowing flames.
Yeah, that was kind of like okay.
He blew flames on a sign that said The Rock.
No, it just said Rock.
It just said,
it said The Rock?
No, not
just
The
Rock.
Just Rock.
Like The Rock.
Just Rock.
Just Rock.
Just Rock.
Just Rock.
But I just saw the word Rock there, not just Rock.
No.
Anyway, so it
was kind of like, why?
He came out and he talked, and then he basically announced that WrestleMania had done over 100,000 people, which I guess I could tell, but they fudged the numbers because 90. I know I know the record that they had said was like 94, but technically it was only like 86, 87.
They said attendance. They didn't say tickets sold or anything like that. So we're talking about people in the stadium.
Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense. It's a huge stadium. But yeah, after that, Bray Wyatt came out.
Yeah, that's right.
That was a nice little promo.
And then that's the thing. Like you were thinking, like, damn, the whole time, like, hey, damn, it's a Wyatt family coming out, and I guess they saved him for The Rock. He came out. He got a nice promo. Surprise. He was saying all these vignettes he had shot were for The Rock, and because he was the people's champion. Then The Rock did his cornball jokes about how Eric Rowan was 2 cousins. His parents were 2 cousins. How Braun Strowman still drinks baby milk. Which, I'm sorry, that's a pretty good one because Braun Strowman has the face of an overgrown baby. I'm sorry. He looks like an overgrown baby. That face. He looks, you know who he looks like? He looks like Vincent from BoJack. he's got that big ass body and he's got the little ass head. That's what he looks like. But yeah, he cut that promo about them. And then but the biggest surprise was he said he was gonna have a match. So I kind of already knew it might have been happening because you could see he was wearing wrestling boots, and you're like, what the fuck? But yeah, he came out. He said he was gonna wrestle anybody in the Wyatt family, and
of course,
prophetic Rock. He was like, he was talking about records are meant to be broken, and what did he do? He broke the 18-second record of Daniel Bryan, and he beat Eric Rowan in 6 seconds.
Yeah, which was, I mean.
Well, what do you expect?
Yeah.
What did you expect? It's The Rock.
He's getting paid millions just to show up.
That's right, and it's The Rock. So
we get it.
After the match, you have the Bray Wyatt and his family doing what they always do: surround the ring, then get their ass kicked. But yes, they surround the ring, and they got The Rock
for a second,
corner.
You're thinking, "Oh my gosh, The Rock, he's about to get stomped by the Wyatt family."
And then
what do you hear?
Super Cena.
Cena sucks. The Cena man himself, the doctor of thugonomics, PhD from Trump University, John Cena comes out running, and I'm sorry, John Cena looked a little bit skinny this time around. He looked like he hasn't muscled up.
He just came out of surgery.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, a couple months ago. But come on, you're Cena.
That's insane.
That's insane, man.
No,
The
come
fact
on.
that he's at WrestleMania.
I'm sorry,
after
Cena should have
having
been.
that injury.
Cena should have been ready after 2 weeks of that surgery.
Yeah, I mean.
I'm sorry.
these
I
guys
had
are great.
I had shoulder surgery, and I was on the shelf for 3 years. But Cena could have been on the shelf for 2 weeks, and he would have been fine. You know, we're the same athlete. We have the same cardio. He might lift a little bit more than me, but not too much. But you know what I mean. But yeah, they did their thing. They hit their spots. Cena did the elbow on Bray.
Cena
I think
did the
AA.
shuffle and the AA.
I think Cena did the AA on
on
Braun. On
It was
Rowan.
Rowan.
He did. Yeah, he did. He gave AA. He gave the 5-knuckle shuffle to Braun, I think. And yeah, so that was
And then
whatever.
The Rock got his people's elbow, and then
That was it. And
I
then
mean,
I
it
guess
was a nice surprise to see Cena back, but I mean, he doesn't look 100 yet.
But he's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna be back. I think it's just for today. But yeah.
I
So
wasn't
then,
too excited about The Rock, but that was a nice surprise, to be honest.
really,
It was. I mean, the Brides
really,
came out.
really. Wait, isn't Braun connected to a universe? I'm sorry, isn't The Rock connected to a universe?
That's right.
That's right,
Is he?
right.
Oh,
He's in the
DC.
DC
Oh my gosh.
Cinematic
Yeah,
Universe.
exactly.
Really? And that's how we come back full circle?
Yeah, we come back full circle, just like any Cat Williams jokes or any Cat William arrest bond. It comes back full circle because if you're arrested on Monday, you're gonna be arrested on Friday. You're gonna be arrested next Monday to be arrested next Friday. Which, by the way, I have this 16-year-old punk who's challenging me for a fight.
I mean, you know what?
I'm waiting.
It was a soccer game. We don't need to get into it.
No, I'm just
you
telling
can be the bigger man.
Hold on, I'm just telling him he needs to back up, or I'll be waiting for him in the back wall right here off this building. Because these people need to learn how to treat celebrities like myself. But that's a different story. But yeah, the main event came about. It was 4.5 hours in.
Yeah.
Almost 3.5 hours in.
That intro though.
And Triple H, that's right, Triple H versus Roman Reigns. Triple H had an intro, like always. Triple H once again came out with a promo with Stephanie McMahon announcing that he is the King of Kings, and you will grovel at his feet, and you will kiss his balls, and you will kiss his ass.
And you're gonna be buried alive.
And
I didn't hear those last two things.
Except he wasn't.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves. But then
you know what?
You had Roman. He came out. Roman.
Man, Roman.
Damn you! I don't know who gets. I don't know who gets booed more, Roman or Bautista. Who do you think?
Roman, man.
I mean,
that feels boring as hell.
I gotta say, the intro was more entertaining than the match. For this WrestleMania, I feel like the card was stacked. We kind of expected Roman winning, but I'm kind of over it already. It doesn't compare to last year's WrestleMania, main event wise. Yeah, you know what? I was just wasn't really feeling it. I mean, it was entertaining for what it was, but it gets really ridiculous with the Authority. I'm over that story, and then I'm kind of over like Roman Reigns talking about overcoming all these obstacles, not taking handouts. But this guy loses, and then he gets a title shot. Wins, and then gets a title shot.
Well, wait, you didn't know.
That's
You didn't.
Vince baby, though.
But you didn't know Roman Reigns had that same Shawn Michaels contract.
Which was what?
Did he happen to lose a smile?
No. But Kevin, you didn't know he had that contract. Well, it's been rumored that Shawn Michaels had a contract which was so ironclad that not even Pat Patterson can get a contract like this, which was basically it's been rumored that Shawn Michaels had a cock and ball contract with Vince McMahon, and apparently after Shawn Michaels retired, that contract was sent over to Roman Reigns, who signed it, and he's been living the Shawn Michaels.
I guess that explains it. Yeah. That explains all the title shots.
But then again, it's fine. Like, I don't have any issues with Roman Reigns. It's just a matter of people are, again, smart mark, dirt reading, that they just don't like him. And who cares?
Not. He's just boring.
Yeah, I mean,
he's
here's
not.
the thing. Here's the thing.
What did you expect?
His story itself is boring.
It's no charisma.
What did you expect? He's like a
He
fourth
can't
generation
sell me
wrestler.
with anything.
He doesn't need a story. He doesn't need a backstory. He just needs to be able to wrestle.
So you're just saying we need to believe that. That's it.
Yeah. I'm saying you can and you will. That's what I'm saying. Long live the Roman Empire. For about 4 weeks, probably. I'm pretty sure Triple H is winning that title next pay-per-view.
I mean, if that's where the storyline is headed, then I'm ready to put the snooze button on that one.
And with that, WrestleMania weekend comes to an end. Tune in for next episode where we have Bubba the Love Sponge versus Hulk Hogan in a bra and patty match. Running wild, brother. Damn.